Hey guys, welcome back and happy Monday. All right, guys, well, we're back to talk about some Real Housewives of New Jersey news because, well, even though they're not on our TV screens anymore, they are filming season 13 and there is a lot still going on. And plus, I guess they sprinkled a little bit of OC in this. Guys, one, I want to say this is the last video that you'll catch of me with this hideous backdrop. Thank the Lord. We will be back in the studio tomorrow. Two, don't forget to smash that like button. 3, get subscribed, hit that notification bell, and let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so we're hearing that Margaret Josephs actually almost quit the Real Housewives of New Jersey on 2 separate occasions after, well, 5 seasons now on the show. Now, I really like Margaret Josephs, and I've got to know her in person. She's an absolute sweetheart. And I've gotten so many comments before where people are like, Adam, you're biased. It's not biased. I've met her in person. It's a caricature of yourself to a certain extent that you play on the show. So you can judge somebody on a show, a TV show, but you're only getting snippets of who they actually are. Now, meeting someone in person and watching them on a TV show, 2 very different things, because I'm really good at judging character, a really good judge of character. And when I meet someone, I just have like a energy situation. I either know if you're a good person or I know if you're not. So when you meet me, just remember that. Let's get back to it. As she and her castmates begin production on the upcoming 13th season of the show, Margaret opened up about her challenging moments with Siggy Flicker and Danielle Staub, while also speaking about Jennifer Aydin's season 12 hypocrisy on the Real Housewives of New Jersey. And she's talking about Real Housewives of Orange County, Noella Bergner. We'll get into that. It's weird. Okay. There was 2 times I wanted to quit the show in my 5 seasons so far. This is what she said on Housewife to Housewife. In my first season, I wanted to quit because I was called anti-Semitic by Siggy, which was very, very upsetting. And she even said that on stage live with us in New York. My family, my ex-husband's Jewish. I did everything Jewish, and she didn't know that. Although Margaret was taken aback by Siggy's claims against her, she ultimately chose to remain on the show after everyone railed around her and Siggy was left out of the season 9 cast. And, you know, I like how they said railed when they obviously meant rallied, but yes, they all rallied around her. And that's true because after she was called anti-Semitic, the thing is here, we've seen this twice on The Real Housewives. We saw it with Carlton and Kyle Richards. When Kyle Richards asked Carlton, who was a 1-season wonder, and she was known as the Witch of Beverly Hills, she had a star, and it was covered a little bit by her bathing suit. Kyle asked her if it was a Jewish star, and she turned around and she said, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And she's like, "No, I'm not fucking kidding you." But Kyle's Jewish, so she didn't think that that was an insult, and Carlton obviously took it as one. So she called her anti-Semitic, which is a really strong label to use. Just like when Siggy used it against Margaret, you can't just go call somebody anti-Semitic or racist, or unless you actually know in your heart of hearts that person is exactly what you're calling them, to just blindly label them something, that's not fair. And it also, when you're a person in the community, when you're a person who has a business, when you're a person who has a family, people who watch the show, your friends, it's not fair to label someone something that they feel like they clearly are not because you just want a moment on a TV show, if that makes sense. Now, hold on. The next time is when my hair was pulled, and it was because it was so orchestrated. This was what Margaret said, giving a nod to when Teresa Giudice involved Danielle Staub, and she said to her, she's like, "Go pull her hair." But then Teresa was like, "I didn't think she would do it." Teresa should have been fired from the show after that. Even though it's almost like one of those moments where Giselle likes to plant seeds on Potomac, and I think it's hilarious, but she has this situation or this way of doing things, kind of LVP used to do it too, where you would plant a seed and let somebody else throw the rock, and then you would look and be like, "My hands are clean." Well, that's exactly what Teresa did, but she also got caught on the hot mic telling Danielle Staub to pull Margaret's hair. She should have had some sort of repercussion should have been done out of that. Danielle was out. Teresa, nothing. I did pour water on Danielle, but she had chest bumped me previously and I did feel violated. My reaction was to feel like she was, coming in my space, so I probably shouldn't have poured the water on her. According to Margaret, she said herself, at that point in time, this is not for me. I'm not doing it anymore. Then following, the next day, after feeling that Danielle crossed the line, she decided to continue filming. On the most recent season, season 12, Margaret found herself at odds with Jennifer after revealing Jennifer's husband, Bill Aydin, his past infidelities. But while many believed that she did so to embarrass Jennifer, she claims her unveiling of Bill's cheating was due to the way in which Jennifer treated her and spoke about her marriage to Joe, who she met while she was married. I did think that was going to, that was going to hurt, but I didn't think it was going to cut to the core. She has been very aggressive with me all along, and I had no idea that she was so fragile. She was very upset when I had mentioned about, everything about her husband's affair. And now I didn't care about that because I'm no one to judge anyone's affair or something like that. But it was about the hypocrisy of it all because she was so judgmental of me and the way I had met Joe and just trashed me to the core. But I was like, but you defend your husband to the core, put him on a pedestal. What makes him any different than me? She can project onto me, that's fine. In her own segment of Housewife to Housewife, Noella said that after her husband, James Bergner, suddenly left her as she began production on Real Housewives of Orange County season 16, she contemplated pulling out of the show as well. Oh yeah, when my husband left, of course, I just didn't think this was the time or place to be so public. But after initially hitting it off with her co-stars, she decided to stay. What co-stars did she hit it off with? I did notice that it was the show that was getting me out of bed. And initially the women were so amazing. And so I kind of got a little tricked. I was like, this is going to be a really positive and uplifting situation. And this is going to be wonderful. I bet you she's eating those words now because now she's like, wait a minute, you guys all turned against me. What is happening? But Noella, to be fair, was a very orchestrated housewife. You could tell she was a fan coming into the show, trying to participate in the franchise. We could read it. We saw it. We knew what was happening. Let's just leave it at that. Guys, I want to hear what your thoughts are about the moment that Noella almost quit, the moment that the two moments, really, Margaret Josephs almost quit. And it is interesting that we're still talking about the Jennifer Bill affair situation. Kim D said that she didn't think that it was the first affair. She thinks that, she thinks that there's more. I'm wondering if this will play out on season 13. I hope not. I don't think it's like a fun spot to be in, especially for Jennifer. And she's not even the one who committed the affair. She stayed with him and she wanted to keep it quiet and under wraps for her family. So I do actually feel bad for her. And for Bill, when the going gets tough, we saw Bill gets going. So go ahead, comment below. And before you go, don't forget to smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And with that, we'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Love you.